It is a live demo day. Yes, we are going to be looking through OmniSAM. So over the last 3 weeks, we've been slowly working our way through that left-hand menu. In the first session, we looked at sort of the top area right down to opportunities, I believe. Last week, we spent a lot of time over in the settings area. And today, we're going to have a quick little look through that left-hand menu again, and we're going to then be spending most of the time looking at courses and communities. So hang on in. As always, we do our little theme song as we wait for all of our VIPs to jump on in and join us for live demo. If I can find the button, there it is.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And in case if you might miss it, you're stronger than the others think. And in case if you might miss it, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause in case if you might miss it, just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And in case if you might miss it, you're stronger than the others think. And in case if you might miss it, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause in case if you might miss it, just shine, shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause in case if you might miss it, just cause if you might mess it up, you're stronger than the others think. And in case if you might mess it up, shine, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause in case if you might mess it up, just shine. Shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause in case if you might mess it up, just shine.
Hello, welcome everybody to Demo Day. Today is all about walking you through the features of OmniSAM. Now, if you are joining us on the live stream, just checking how many eyeballs are out there. We've got a few. Make sure that you comment. Let me know who you are and where you're joining us from so that we can give you a shout out. Now, today we're going to do a little share screen here. I'm going to also ensure that those here in the VIP room can see as well. So, and then I also need to make sure that, where are we there? That's it. You can see too. There we go. Awesome. All right. So here we are inside of OmniSAM and we are in our demo account. So previously we have been through in our first session, we had a little look at this jumpstart menu. We also talked about conversations and how you can have different conversations coming in from different platforms while you are using OmniSAM and replying to people within your conversations. It will also reply back to them straight into whichever platform, whether it's email, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, DM, SMS. There's lots. So many different ways in which we can communicate, but all in one place, which is really handy to ensure that we're speaking to the people in the way or the platform they prefer to communicate. WhatsApp is another one. Dashboard we spoke about, where you can make lots of sexy widgets and numbers to review how your business is going. Calendars to see your calendars, staff calendars, group calendars, links to Google calendars, and also you can set up calendars. I mean, it is crazy the amount of different types of calendars that you can set up here inside of OmniSAM. So say goodbye to Calendly, say goodbye to Acuity, or any of the Schedule Once, whatever calendar software you're currently using, you just need OmniSAM. Your contacts, this is where you will be able to see actions that people have taken. You can see all of their contact information. This is a test account, so it's all fake information, but you can have as many different custom fields in your contact record as you want. You see the conversations thread again here in the middle, and then over here we can see activities, tasks for that contact, any notes for that contact, any appointments, any attached documents, any purchases, and any associations, like parents might have kids, or if you're running a car dealership, it could be different cars, or if you're in real estate, it could be different properties. Opportunities, we spent a lot of time in as well in the previous lessons, where we can see where people are in your pipeline stage and being able to kind of move them along, and then say, if they're abandoned or if you won the deal. Money, we spent a lot of time here too, talking about all the different things that we can do in the money section, such as creating invoices, reoccurring invoices, creating templates to send out invoices, creating estimates or proposals. Also, you can say goodbye to DocuSign or HelloSign, because we also have documents and contracts, and within those you can also include checkouts and all sorts of things inside of your documents. Orders shows you what orders have been processed and what orders have been abandoned. Any subscriptions that you have, you can generate your own payment links, special links for people to track those. You can view all your transactions. Also in here is where you set up all your different products, different collections. So collections might be, say you run a clothing store and you've got dresses, and you've got leggings and sleepwear. Inventory, you know what inventory is, it will track all of that. And any reviews that you may get on products as well. Coupons is where you'll set up discounts, percentage off, those types of things, or set amounts. You can do a one-off or you can do multiples. Settings are your higher level kind of settings that you do for what you want things to be called. So is a receipt called a receipt? Maybe it's called an invoice, right? Taxes, you can set up your own tax brackets here in Australia. We include tax as a GST 10%, and tax is not included in the purchase price. The price is shown to the customer will not include tax. So you choose whether you want it included or excluded. and lots of other settings that you can come in here and set up. Again, we went through a lot of this in a previous session. Marketing, we talked about all the things that help you get in front of new people. So for example, your social media planner allows you to schedule posts, not just in front of people who know you, which would be a stage 3, nurture, but also you can run your social media planner here for your promotions as well. Here is where you'll build your email campaigns and also set up templates. And the cool thing, those sexy numbers, baby. How are those emails performing? Of course, there's no numbers here because this is a demo account. Snippets, these are for creating short predefined messages. So if you have something that you commonly reply to in emails, for example, say you have a cancellation policy. Ours, for example, is we must speak to the human before we cancel, because OmniSAM is literally the beating heart of your business. And if we just canceled because somebody sent an email, we could literally be like cutting somebody's business at the neck. Countdown timers, which you can use in emails. You can have them evergreened. You can have them, they're great for webinars. Trigger links, so if you have things that you want to trigger, if they click on a certain thing in an email that then triggers an action, we can create them in here, as well as for landing pages. Affiliate managers, so if you want to use partners to get more people and give them a percentage of sales, you can create, and like you don't even need First Promoter or any other affiliate manager. We use it only because SaaS is much more complicated. Most of you will just be selling a product or a service. Brand boards is where you set up your brand. So you can put in here logos, right, up to 2 logos, 10 colors, and 5 different typefaces. And then it makes it easier and quicker for you when you're designing. If you're running ads, you can connect your ad account in here, and then everything runs through OmniSAM. And it also looks much more simple than, much more simple than trying to go into Ads Manager if you're not great at running ads. This kind of takes all that crazy away and shows you the things in a much simpler step. And if you're interested in using the prospecting tools, it is a paid for you service, but it will help you get lists, right? Prospect. So for example, if I wanted to go out and try and attract every trade business in my region, this could be where I can allow access to be able to get those data reports and access to prospects. Automation, this is one of my most fun areas. This is like your staff in a box, where all your automation gets set up. Your tasks, your emails, your to-dos, your nurtures, your lead scoring. Like anytime you do something more than 3 times or 3 times or more, I always recommend stop and ask yourself, can this be automated? And if you're an elite or a done for you, then just ask. We'll tell you if it's possible. Sites, we spent a lot of time in here last week. So the best way I explain sites is think about the front end user experience. What are the things that the prospect or customer sees? So in a funnel, it's all the landing pages that they go through in a funnel, or your website that they click around in, or your online store, or a webinar that they register for and then go and watch the replay. Analytics, that's all for us, baby. Blog posts. So again, what the client or prospect can view on the internet. If you already have a WordPress site, you can connect it here. There is a fee for connecting WordPress, but also it is supported on Rocket.io, which is a very fast, very well-known WordPress site. Client portal, so this again is something that the client interacts with, where they log in to your client portal, and within the portal they can access their invoices, their subscriptions, their courses, and if you have communities, forms are what they fill in, whether it's on your websites or funnels or stores or WordPress sites. Surveys, just like forms, just slightly different because the user interface is like a page view, so it goes from page to page. Surveys are great for surveying larger amounts of people to get more results and, you know, percentages of people who are, one thing I like to do, and you know, the chef again that doesn't cook at home over here, is when people first join us, right, ranking how confident they are with sales, with marketing, with automation, with lead gen, with nurture, right? So all the customer life cycles is something that I would really like to finally do one day. Quizzes, that's where I've told, something I really want to do is run a quiz challenge 1 month this year, where with your quizzes, you know, we segment your list, we put them into, you know, 3 different buckets, and then we will be able to use that data to market to their specific needs. Chat widgets. So chat widgets are the little pop-ups that come up on your website. So if we go to OmniSAM, for example, you'll see down the bottom, here is our little chat widget. It's actually just set up to send us a message if somebody fills this in. We don't have anybody live monitoring this. However, you can, right? You can have this turned on between different hours with a live representative, you know, on the other end of that. And then your QR codes. So for your QR codes, you can do a lot of different QR codes and then also track their results. So if I just try and go over into OmniSAM, you'll see here with the QR codes that I've set a couple of them up recently because we've got a few promotions running, and I want to know when people actually scan that QR code. So let's hope that it loads. I'm just going to grab that window out and just double check a couple of pieces over here. It's loading slow because I've got way too many windows open. Oh my Lord, I really, really should shut things down before I go live. That would be good, right? Oh yes, and my iPad's over here. Thank you so much. All right, it's just swapping accounts as well. That doesn't help either. But while we're waiting, I just want to also let everybody know we have our first expert in today in the Elite program. So from those who have raised their hands to become experts, so today we have the demo session at 10 o'clock. We've got tech at 10. At 11 o'clock, we've got copywriting with moi, with me. And then we have Michelle Hill, who is an AI productivity expert, and she will also be in the Elite. So here you can see some QR codes that I've made. You can't actually see the names of them unless you zoom in. This one is to the live demo. This one is to DD Live, which means the developer drop. So when I'm doing the live for the developer drop, people might want to scan that and leave us a review, or maybe you would like to scan that right now and leave us a review. The course creation challenge, when I'm running that live, and then I'm running something for a community called Marketing Impact Academy and getting people to register for that. So when you create them, we can actually then look at its analytics. So based off that, you can see I've only just made them in the last week, but there was one person who scanned the QR code on the 3rd, and then there were 2 people yesterday who scanned that QR code. And I just do want to be careful not to show any personal information. But see, once you start using QR codes, you can start to see where they come from. So you can see here, this one came from the course creation live stream because I had the QR code up on screen. So somebody has scanned that. All right, now the big one we're here for today, which is the courses and communities. So the first thing you want to do when setting up your courses and communities is first do your settings. So come up to Client Portal and then come to Settings. Here in Settings, you will connect your domain. Now, if you have worked with us, we would have connected this for you during your onboarding, and it'll probably be something like members or hub or portal dot your domain, okay? So it's a prettier looking link than what this longer one over here would have been. So we connect that, and that will be where you send everybody to log into your portal, members.yourdomain.com or whatever word you chose at the front there. So I can show you, actually, let me just log out. It's probably not the best thing to do, but if I'm just deleting all of the things. So this is the login screen, right? Now, if you do not brand the login screen, this side is all blue and the button I think is blue, right? But what you want to do is come to branding. And in branding, you will be able to update your branding details for your portal. So what are you calling your portal? Ours is called the OmniSAM portal. Portal description, use your OmniSAM email account. So I put that in there because because when somebody gets access to your portal, they will also have a contact card, right? So we want to make sure that they're using the same email as they use to join, right? Brand colors, so you can see here, select your primary color. And if you're not sure what it's going to do, right, you can just keep refreshing the screen to see the changes. Your secondary brand color, you then upload your favicon. So your favicon is the little icon. Let me just squeeze this page. No, it's not going to let me do it. Hang on, let me just show you over here. I've got to get, where are we here? Sorry, I'm just going to bring the screen over so I can do it and show you. So here at the top of the screen, if I just bring this down, can you see those little icons at the very top there next to each of, like you can see OmniSAM. Our community has this white one. You can see YouTube and another OmniSAM. So for our community, we use the white favicon. And if I go to our help desk, oh, this is not the, yes, this is not the correct one, sorry. I've got to remember the right one, but it's got green at the top there, right? So I've got a slightly different colored favicon for where they are, but it's just those little images that you see there. So I recommend that anybody with a logo that you also have a favicon, so something that's at least square. Ours is transparent, so there's like a little tiny, I guess you could say you don't need to see all of that now. Let me just fix that screen back up again. There we go. That'll do. All right. And then, of course, you have your portal. Come on, I've got to move this image. Your portal image. So that's the one that is down this left-hand side here, right? So it doesn't have to be a image, right? You can just, if you don't put an image in, it's just going to show text. Every single one of these also, all images come with a suggested size, right? So you can create those sizes inside of Canva, and the same for your logo. What is your support email? Actually, while I'm here, I should change that because it's now support@OmniSAM. copyright. And if you're into code and you want to use some more kind of theme builder stuff and do extra special things with your community, it's all available there. But if you're not into code, stay away. So I'm just going to click save there. So you will set up your portal settings. Now your permissions, so this is when they log into the portal, what do you want them to see? So for us, I want them to see any community that they're a member of, any courses that I've granted them. We don't include the affiliate stuff in ours only because we use a different piece of software just because of the way software SaaS works. It's a little different, but most of you will be totally fine. Billing and subscription, so they can see any invoices, they can print them out for their, tax time. Also, they can update their subscriptions, they can update their credit card details, they can see their contact information and update that. And then when they log in, where do you want to send them, right? Do you want to send them to the home screen, to the community screen, to the courses area? I like to send them to the main login screen. So let's see if I can actually log in. I don't know if I actually know my own login. Let's see if it does it. It may. No, it's not going to. I've got to go in as an admin. Let me log in as an admin just so I can show you around. Won't be a second. Yeah, this is the best way. Come on. There we go. All right. So when they log in, this is the home screen that they'll see. So on the home screen, there is the logo, the portal, join any community. So we've only got one community, and I'll show you more about how to build out a community. Any courses that you've granted. So this will take you to the top level of courses that you have, but I haven't granted myself any courses. I probably should so you could see them. And what else is on home? So we'll just go back to the little home button here and manage subscriptions. So I'm not subscribed to any of my stuff, but you will need to sort of jump in. You'll get an authentication code to make sure it's you. If you receive any certificates, they will also show up in here. Once we start our OmniSAM certification process, so say you want to be certified in social media planning or ads management or email building or funnel building, so many things, eventually we will have certificates in here. But inside of courses, when they finish either a module or they finish the entire course, here you can actually grant certificates, which is pretty cool. In here, you will update your own personal social media information. So if people look at your profile in the community, they can see it come through, add your own profile info, account info, and then if you want your communities to be able to chat with each other. All right, so that is the client portal. Oops, we want to go to settings. Now your email settings is the next section to go through. So when somebody joins your community and they join as a user, an automatic email gets sent. And you can view that email here, what it looks like, okay, what the default emails look like. If you want to, you can create your own emails and change them if you're not happy with the default email. And also, what emails do you want them to receive, right? So maybe there are only certain things you want to receive and you want them to receive. So you can set that up. Also, here is your certificate. One, there is the generic certificate, right? That when they get that email, they click on this button and it'll show them. Also, if your certificates expire, so for example, if we were doing a certification process, they would need to ensure that they're staying up to date with everything and renew their certification. If we're putting your name out there as somebody who knows your stuff, we also need to make sure that as a certified person, you're also staying up to date. So just like, I guess, also your rego or your driver's license, right? It expires. Also, what you want to happen with those expiring certificates. And then here in your courses, again, more email settings. So do you want them to get the welcome email when they sign up? You can also automatically send emails and drip them if you want to. So dripping emails is good for what am I thinking of? So say somebody's joined your program and you want to do like a bit of an indoctrination or an onboarding, right? When they first join, you could do that. Offer access emails. So if you are manually granting an offer or they purchase an offer, that will be the email. New comments. If there's a new comment on a particular course, they'll get that. If new course material, so if you're dripping your course content, sorry, that's what the drip email is, when your course content is dripped. So these are all of your email settings for within courses and communities. Now, that being said, if you don't like them, you can build them into workflows, but this is a great place to start. Just have them all on. At least you know they're getting the emails they need, and then you experience the default emails first yourself. So sign up under a test email. You know, go and grant yourself things. You know, comment in courses and communities, and check what the user experience is on the other end. All right, next, courses. So who out there is in the course creation challenge this month? Have you joined? It is actually course creation challenge month. So if you have not yet done so, down there's a QR code. Scan it, register for our course creation challenge month. We've already done session 1 and session 2 was done yesterday. Every Tuesday throughout February, Melbourne time, 9 a.m. Tuesdays. Smart people, you'll figure it out in your own time zone. We're helping you turn some of your knowledge into a course, and you'll be building it in OmniSAM at the end of the month. So just an FYI, make sure you do block out Friday, the last Friday of February from 6 a.m. to midday, or Thursday if you are in the US. That is, let me just get you the time for that. 6 a.m. is 11 a.m. Pacific or 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, the last Thursday of February. And that goes for 6 hours, so just count. All right, so back to the course area. So here inside of the course area, what you can do is you can see a little bit of an overview of what's going on in there, but here is where you'll create your products. So your products are your courses. Now, a course doesn't have to be a course. I can tell you some of the courses when I was building back in Kajabi before OmniSAM, I even created courses for team training, for SOPs. So it doesn't have to just be courses that you sell to the public. You could create them internally as well that only your team can use. So just a little extra kind of thought there for you. But here you will see our different courses. We've got loads and loads and loads and loads of different courses in here. A few of them definitely need an update. Now, also with your product here under the sorting, this is when people log into your library, what order do you want them to see the courses? So, for example, I think that the Elite should really be one of the first things that our Elite program people see. So in here, you can order, yes, we've got many, many businesses in a box with a course, right? So here we can move it up to the top. Now, the other one as well is if you have comments turned on, rather than having to go into the course and find all the comments, you can just come straight into here and look at all comments. Now, we don't actually turn comments on in courses because we've got the community and Facebook and the VOZ for the Elite. You know, we don't need more comments happening inside of the community, inside the course. If they've got questions, then they can ask them in the areas that we're actually monitoring. But if you're somebody who wants to, by all means, this is the really great way to stay on top of that. It's kind of like when you go to Meta Business, right? You could go through all your Facebook groups, or you could use your Meta Business Suite where it actually shows you everything in one place. All right, so that's your products. Now, once you create a product, which is one of these, you also need to attach an offer. So you can't just grant the product without an offer. The offer is what allows us to give it to people or for them to buy. So the offer itself doesn't have to have a price on it, right? So you can see here, a lot of our offers don't actually have a price on it because they're things that we just automatically grant when they might buy the Elites or they request a business in a box. But I still need to have an offer or I will not be able to grant it to them. So just make sure if you are creating a product, right, you also attach an offer. So let's go and have a look at what it looks like if we create a product from scratch. Now, we are going to do this together in course creation on the final GSD day. So this is a very high-level overview because we're actually going to be building it together, and you're going to have the course ready and the offer ready to start selling by the end of this month. But it also comes with suggested types of courses, right? So based on whether you just want a short course, a longer course, a membership course, or you're just like, I just want to start from scratch. At least you've got a bit of a template to begin with, right? So let's say we're going to build a marathon course. I'm just going to put test in here. I probably should for demo live. We create the product, and then in the product itself, the best way to think about each of these sections is module and lessons, okay? Now, even though they're lessons, under a module, you can do a few different things. So you've got the module, then you've got a lesson. Now, a subcategory would be a category kind of like a mini module within the module, right? So you can put more lessons and things under each category. These are really probably only used in really large academy programs. So for example, I'm just thinking of like the Marketing Impact Academy. It has a resource room. And in the resource room area is experts like myself with my own individual course of how to create courses inside of the resource area. But they've also got other courses for using Canva, right? How to set up an e-com store, all sorts of things like that. Assessments, this is if you want to like get people to prove that they've done the learning and the doing. So especially if you're going to be doing some kind of accreditation or certification inside of your course, then adding in an assessment is great for that. And then if they, complete that, then you would add the certificate and you can grant that as well. Now, the other thing is once you've mapped out your modules and your lessons, inside of the elite one, because it's a membership, it's literally just one whole module that explains what you get as an elite. So once you do that, you come in and you map that out. Don't forget, you also need to give it a title, a description, that little thumbnail that you saw before when people log in to their courses, that thumbnail will show there. You can put in your own information of who is the instructor, your headshot, and just like everything else, a lot of the images come with a suggested size. Put your name, your title, your bio, if you've got a logo, again, favicons and all the good stuff. And for those people who love the code, there's always your Java and all the good bits down there. Now, customization. So once you've built your course, that part that we just saw here, this is the back-end build, right? This is where you, as the business owner, put the information, but the customization is what the end user sees, okay? So the best way I would explain each of these, is the positioning of, if we preview, is the way in which the position of the modules and lessons are presented. So this is very ugly because it's got no design yet. But in this design, you'll see that the module is here and the lessons just keep scrolling through, right, on the one screen. So if you were using this, it would be for a course that didn't have too many lessons. Otherwise, people can get a little lost or they'll be scrolling for days under here. This one here, again, would be for, just a few modules because, whoops, we've got to click the preview button. You'll see here all of your modules are actually displayed along the top here rather than in the scroll, right? And then when you're on each of the modules, the lessons display underneath. So as you can see, again, it's how the modules and the lessons are laid out. So you've got the modules, which is this area. Then you've got the lessons, right, that would take you into the actual lesson itself. And inside the lesson, also, each of the templates look a little different. So you've really got to take into account, how many lessons are you having? And I'm always thinking of ease of navigation. All right. Now, this is probably the next one is the one that I like the most because it has the left-hand menu. Now, this design is very ugly, right? It definitely needs an overhaul because it's just a template. But you can see down the left-hand side here, you can see all of, and I just find it's easier for navigation. And then you can still click to go to fundamentals and you can go into your lessons, right? And then up here, I wish this was a better, I haven't done the pretty stuff yet. But in here, you'll see your videos and, your uploads and download buttons all in here. Now, this one is one that is new. I heard this from the developers. So you can see here, it's like little drop downs on the login screen that you can do. But then when you click to the lesson, what you're going to see once it goes into the lesson is all the lessons are down here on the left now. So it would have a video over in here if there was a video. And then as you mark complete each of the lessons, they can actually see a little tick over here as well, right? But again, we haven't done anything with this, so I can't have, maybe I'll jump into the back end of an actual live course. Let's have a look here. So here's an elite course. Now, because the elite program is just information of what you get as an elite, I didn't need a full-on course for this, right? But if we were to look at, let me just go back to product, list growth made easy, you can see here we've got way more modules and lessons. Hopefully I've used the right, no, it's still using this one over here. I've been meaning to move it to this, but I've got to fix up all of, so the colors. So for example, we're now currently in list growth made easy. You can see here it's got preview and customize. So if I click on customize, it's going to take us into the back end settings to make it look the way you want it to look. And what you'll do is you'll navigate first through layout and you do theme settings. So colors, headers, typeface, background colors. Once you've done that, then you will also go to sections, and every page has a different sections on it. So on this page, see up the top here, it says products. So we're looking at the first page, which is called the product page. And we've put a background image in the header, in the hero, sorry. Here is the hero. We have lesson progress, what the colors look like over here. We've got the course body. So here, like what colors I want all of this, you know, all of our descriptions, and then also instructor details that show up here. So, you know, the instructor details for me is just about OmniSAM. So once you set all of that up in this area, then you've got to also click to lessons and do the same thing, right? So check what the lessons look like, check what the sections look like, and then you apply the theme when you're done, all right? Now, from all of this, let's see if I just go back out of here. So when you are in the editing area, so the customization area, you can also start working on another theme, right? So if you decide you want to change give it a facelift and the courses become bigger than you expected and you wanted to use this side menu option, you could still come in here, start to customize this theme. So you can see this theme doesn't look fabulous right now. But once you're done, you click apply, and then that makes it active. So you wouldn't hit apply until you're 100% happy with what it looks like. So if I was to click the preview button here, am I actually in a course right now? I am in GSD. Maybe I've picked a course that's not active yet. Maybe it's just because it's one of those new ones. Let's have a look. Customize. Yes, there we go. So you can see straight off, this design does not work. So the first thing I need to do is I can see my primary colors, right? And my primary colors are not black. So I'm just going to go to Canva, where I keep my brand kit. Go to the OmniSAM brand kit. And I always use a slight off purple, like a dark purple, instead of black, right? That's my main primary color for text. And then my secondary color is this purple for text. Then I also have, and then when you click save, any changes you've made will then load into the display. So make sure, you're saving and reviewing as you go. And we can see here, whoops, where did I go? Let's go. We're trying to do this one here. And then your section. So of course we can see this isn't working, right? The course navigation needs fixing. So the background color, sure, it can be purple, but our sub typefaces probably should be white so we can see them, right? So turn the lessons, or actually maybe not the lessons, yeah, white. And then when they hover over the text, we probably maybe want to stick in our little blue there. And then the breadcrumbs are like the list of modules and lessons together. So if we click save, now we'll be able to see the changes that was made in that left-hand bar. Preview, let's see if it looks any better now. All right, so you can see still needs a bit of work, right? I haven't changed everything that I need, but it's getting there. So this is how you will customize your course. So once again, we'll just go back to the beginning. Once you map out your modules and lessons, then you ensure your details are done. Then you will slowly start to edit and customize the front-end user experience, okay? Then once you've done that, remember, we need to add an offer. So if there is no offer in here for the product, you must create an offer. So if I come here to create an offer, and I'll just call it test for live demo offer, then you will see in here, test for live demo offer. But if you're giving away other free things, or you're doing multiple courses, you can also say, I'm going to give them the Canva Made Easy course. I'm going to give them the Life Coach Business in a Box. So whatever you put will automatically grant all of those courses or communities. You can choose free, one-time, or recurring, which is subscriptions. If you want to do a certain amount of time for free, you can say 30 days, and it's a trial period. If it's reoccurring, maybe it's only 4 payments, right? Or number of payments, leave it blank if you want it to just go on and on forever, right? And they have to then cancel. Setup fee is, well, what it says, it's a setup fee. So if you charge a fee, or say you're selling your coaching program, and there's an onboarding mini course when they join, and there's a 30-day free trial, but they have to put a deposit down. You could use the setup fee as the deposit, and then the monthly fee, which might be $4.97, would then charge in 30 days' time. So there's 2 ways of using that trial period. So in my coaching, if I'm on a sales call and somebody wants like my top level, all the sparkle, my 9, right? So I need to look after 9 people every year. If they want to think about it, I want them to at least put a deposit down. Otherwise, the next call, I could give that spot to somebody else. And then if they decide not to move ahead, I can certainly refund it. But also, if they then do decide to move ahead, I don't have to then go and chase them for the first payment, right? It's already there. So you can test these as well. If you turn on test mode, you can go through and pretend that you're making the purchase itself. So that's how you would set up an offer and attach it to a course. Next, all the sexy analytics. So I've just got to be very careful here that there's no private information. Let me just pull this out of the screen just in case. No, looks good. All right. So in here, you can start to track people's progress. So if somebody sends you a message, and this has happened to me, somebody sent me a message and said, I received no value, I want a refund. And then I go and have a look and they've done nothing. Of course they've got no value. You haven't actually done anything in there, and I can see. And also, the system will know if they log in and out, and you can even set up automations. If they haven't logged into their course in a set amount of days, we could send them a message through an automation to say, you haven't been into the program in 30 days, what's going on? Here as well, you can review your assessments. Member analytics, so what are they doing? What are they watching? What are they, going back to and doing over and over again? If any of my coaches were to have a look at any of the courses that I go through for them, minimum I would watch the same video usually 3 to 6 or more times. Remember, repetition, immersion, model of proven practice, and then any revenue analytics that you have that are through these offers. Now, also inside of courses, if we head into the settings area, you're going to find yourself back in the site details settings. So here, what do you call your portal when they log in, and just your branding. Also, you can now apply to have your courses and communities inside of Apple and Google Play stores. Now, I've been talking to the team. I've been trying to get this done for like 3 weeks now. So you could go to the Apple store and look for GSD by OmniSAM, and you would then be able to access all our courses and all our communities on our app with our logo, right? How cool is that? And then also domain setup. This is all done with you on your onboarding call. And we were in here before in the settings, but this is specifically to your emails for courses, like lots of online things, right? There's multiple ways to get to the same location. And app permissions, again, when they log in to the portal, what do they see? So that's for your courses. Now, communities. I've built one community here, which is the GSD by OmniSAM, which is the same name as we give our community on Facebook. We haven't promoted it a lot. Usually just our elite members know about this. But, you know, over time, we are going to start to add more people, but you could have a variety of different communities. But what I really love about communities, again, settings, just like we were before we go into the community, and your branded app. If you are going to apply for an app, you'll do all your branding in there. But with communities, a little bit like Discord. I don't know if you've used Discord before, but different sections of the community can be restricted based on member level. So you can see here, everything that I've given a white dot to, and like I've just used an emoji. Everything with a white dot is for the general public. Everything with the yellow dot are those people who are starting to rank on the leaderboard. So the more they participate inside the community, the more points they get. And you can also automate granting points for different actions as well. The free training, this is for anybody who registers for free training. So that can also be a general public area, but it will be locked down until they register for a training. So if they find themselves in here through some link, they need to be registered for a particular training to get access. Now, the next section I have here is those people who use OmniSAM, the software. Now, I'll let you know, I haven't locked our community down yet, just time. I haven't had a chance. But once you're a user, just based off, say, a tag or an offer, they will automatically be able to get into those sections. Now, the next one is if you're an elite. So you're a paying member. You have additional channels you can get into. And then here, if you're in our Done For You program, so we're building most of the stuff for you, that's all in here. So you can create as many different channels as you like. You can choose to make them private or not, and that's how you will make the channels. Now also, learning. Here is where you can add your courses. Now, this is a little different because you select the course you want to add. So let's say 15 lead magnet ideas. You choose if it is free, so anyone can access it, whether they have to pay a reoccurring payment or just a one-time payment to get access. So it's slightly different in respect that it's not an offer created in the offer area of OmniSAM. It's actually made within the community itself. And this is more so, especially if you're using the online app and you want to have other things to sell, it sort of keeps your online app separate so that these things can show up in app for people to buy inside the community if they want to. Much more difficult you would not be able to get approval for. It's just, how do I explain this? There's different developing teams for different sections of OmniSAM. So we've got a community team. We've got a calendar team that just work on calendars, ones that just work on forms, right? And community is like its own little entity. So if you were part of Kajabi, you know that Kajabi partnered with another community software and then they bought it and then they upgraded their community. This one is through Collab or Go Collab, which the software is built upon. And then, of course, you customize it to your own liking. Now, here in members, in under members, we're just going to say that's where you can go and have a look. Sorry, I just jumped out of that really fast because I didn't want to be in there. In under members, you will see and you'll be able to see their personal profile or anything that they've added. So if you're in the community, make sure you do go and update your profile because you never know who might be clicking around. You can also chat to members in here as well. So if you can do that like other communities, private DMs. And then in events, you can set up calendars. So over here, you can see I've created different events that are coming up and you can see them in a list view if you want to. You can see we've got copywriting. Tech at 10 is currently on in another room. Michelle Hill's joining us at 1. We've got affiliate training later this week, right? And when you like an event, they can add it to a calendar of their choice, right? So if you really want to not miss this event, then add it to the calendar of your choice. So events is great. When you set up your events as well, you can have paid events. So it's linked. So if you have a workshop that you want to advertise, you can also link it in here. So people have to buy to attend. Now, leaderboard, a lot of this is automated. So There are things that happen just by you engaging in the community. And what you can do with a community is when people hit certain levels, you can give them a reward. So it could be a one-on-one session. It could be a free course. It could be bonus points. It could unlock a channel, right? So there's lots of different awards that you can give, including percentages off, right? So you will need to automate some of the reward granting as well using your automation. But as you can see here, when I clicked add reward, you've got all of these other bits of information. Again, really it's just the settings area. And this links, I'll show you where it lives, but you can put lots of links in here. And if we come back to the discussion area, you'll see all of the links, they show up over here under this area on the right-hand side. So we have our support desk if people need to do a ticket, help articles if people want to search to find out how to set up a community. And if you want to see our YouTube live streams, or there I am right now, or what's currently up and being presented. So that's what we've put in our links, but you do you. Think of some things. The About section, I'm wanting to do a welcome video from me and Jackie, and also a little welcome montage of the team and the experts. But you can add a video or an image up the top here. Ours is just blank because I'm still wanting to do that. Under here, you are limited by 1,000 characters here in the description. So what I've decided to do is what each of those colored dots are, explain what they actually mean and what the access level is. But again, you are restricted to only 1,000 characters. So back in that settings area, I'll just re-show you again, is this settings where if you want to come in and change anything, you can via settings. All right, and you'll also notice up the top here next to your little smiley face, similar to Facebook, when something happens, you get a notification. You know those little numbers that are always on your phone that never seem to get to zero? Even on the app, it'll show you a little number if there's something for you to get updated on. So you can see here, I made a new event so that everyone knew that our AI expert is coming. Alison, 18 hours ago, put a comment on a post so we can come through. Look, we can see she's doing her home play. Oh, look at her playing around. So her home play from the course creation challenge, she's submitted that. And you can swap to dark mode and light mode. And if you have multiple communities, you can toggle between communities. So maybe you've got a very, very different audience. You can have multiple communities. Maybe you've got a 5-2 fasting community. I've got my GSD community. And then I had a Kajabi community, right? You can do that. And then when you click, I believe it's this one, home, no, one of them, shows multiple communities, not there. View all communities. I believe it's just this toggle button here. All right, so this is your community. Now, what I do recommend that you do is if you create channels, and, you know, again, I haven't done a great job at this, but I would recommend that in a channel, you create a post that explains what the channel is. And then click on the 3 dots next to the post and then pin it. And it will live up the top in this featured area of the channel. So this ensures that when people are using that particular channel, they're using it based off, what should be discussed in the channel. All right. So, and the other thing, let's unpin that. Say you accidentally post in the wrong channel. This is a brand new update, which I was going to actually talk about on Friday, one of the developer drops, is now you can move channel. No more need to delete a post because you did it in the wrong place. You can just move channel. So that's really cool. All right, so this is your community. Think outside the box. There are lots and lots of different things that you can do within a community. I love that all the little lives here show up, whatever the next live is or what the current live is. So we'll see here that, our tech team are running tech at 10 right now. Also, the other thing I wanted to show you was back over here in OmniSAM. If you go to marketing and you head to social planner, you can now create a post. So we're going to create a new post. And we can connect to all of our Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. A lot of these I need to get reconnected. But also you can post in your groups, right? So if you have a group, oops, is it this one? OmniSAM posting groups. No, that's a group that I've created to post. Where is my other one? One moment, please. I'm really looking forward to this category thing. Where are you? Planner. New post. Planner. Category Q. I will find it. You can schedule. You can schedule. Why can't I find it? I did this the other day. But let's go here. Let's try. Maybe I haven't connected. Yeah, here it is. I've got to connect the community. So I've done this in somebody else's account. So you go planner, you go new, under here, and you connect. So we're going to need to add a new account, and we're connecting the community. And then I'm going to see, I've only got one community. I'm going to add. Now I can schedule straight to communities. So if I go new post now, create post, we can now choose GSD and the channel that you want it to go into. Announcements, live, Q&A, welcome, shout outs. Like one that I really want to do is the daily check-in, right? We have a thing that we do with our clients where every day they can post a daily check-in. And let me just go grab the copy for that because we've just moved out of Basecamp. They used to do this in Basecamp. So I'm just going to go and grab it from Basecamp, the actual instructions for that. And let's build it right now. Because what I want is our elite members to say what is their top IPA for the day. Where are you hiding over here? Read the word spelling. HQ. Oh, maybe I've archived it. All right, I'm going to go and grab it from Asana, which is what our team use. I'll just go and grab it from our Asana. So every morning, we want them to give us their top IPAs for the day. What is their main goal for the day? What do they need help with? And what are you grateful for? So this is a morning check-in, right? So let me grab the morning check-in. Whoops, I didn't want to mark it complete. Nope. Morning check-in. Due no later than 10 a.m. Copy and paste info below into the comments for your morning check-in. All right, so then what I want this to do is go into the elite check-in area, so daily check-ins for the elite. And if I want to, we can add an image or we can create an image. So morning check-in for income producing. Wonder what it's going to do. Activities. Let's see. And we like, let's do the dream-like one. Let's see what it does. Generate. So you can use AI for even writing your posts if you want to as well. There is a small fee for AI unless you have the unlimited AI plan. Yeah, that is not great. Let's go cancel. And then here, I'm just going to copy and paste first comment so they can see first comment as well, right? And then give it a title, morning check-in. You can notify members or they can subscribe to the channel themselves. So I will probably just have it to let them subscribe, because if I'm going to do it every day, right, it will get annoying. So I'm thinking, all right, I might do that later. So here we can also, let's do some better text. And once that's set up, it would be better with a picture, but we can then go, and I can fix this later, reschedule. So I want it to do every day between now and 2030 at, well, it would be better if it was at 6 a.m. So I'm going to start from tomorrow. So start from tomorrow. We'll put it up at, let's say 5 a.m. because there are early birds. Also, got to remember that half our clients are in America. So 5 o'clock for America is, maybe I should put it up at midnight. Yeah, if I put it up at midnight, it's 5 a.m. in Pacific and it's 8 a.m. in Eastern. So I'm going to put it up at midnight every day, or at the start of the day, really. And so that gets both communities, and it will happen every single day. And I'll push schedule. So now that post is going to go up. Oh, hang on. Please select a user for the community channel. What have I done here? Post to, where's my user? Oh, select a user. Okay. Me. Okay. And now schedule. Every day from 12 I've got to change it to tomorrow. That's why it won't go back to 30. Wait till I do. We have this thing that we do with you that has batch scheduling. So good. I just taught my staff member the other day, and I was able to batch schedule. I mean, all the prep work, there's a lot of prep work, but once all the prep work's done, it's awesome. Oh, look, I keep talking and hitting buttons while I'm not looking at the screen. All right, so now that is scheduled. I am going to come back and add something to it. But every day now moving forward, that check-in post is going to go into the community. So it's scheduled for 1,873 times. All right, now I'm going to clone that one for the end of day check-in. Right, so I'm going to move up here. I'm going to put in end of day. And then I'm going to grab the copy for that, which is, I've got just some things that I've done that are already sitting in there from today, but then a list of things at the end of the day that you did. And again, we are going to call this one end of day check-in. And we are going to make sure it's me. I'll come back and add an image later. Then we will schedule daily. And let's put this at like, what time do the Americans go to bed? I want to make sure that comes up before they do. So end of day is around 1 o'clock in Eastern, 9 o'clock. So let's do midday. If I do midday on 8 p.m. and 5 p.m. Yeah. So just so that we have this coming up for, we want a PM this time, please, for both countries. And we'll go through to 2030 and schedule. So that post will now go up in community. Other things that you can think of inside your community for scheduling are engagement type posts. So Wednesday wins, you know, or a gratitude day, to keep that community engaged and coming back and back and back and back into the community. So there we go. That's communities for you. Now, finally, we move into certificates. So in here, you can create your own certificates, or they have ready-made certificates. So this is a certificate that we have for the Canva Made Easy Challenge, that once people get through, they can get that granted to them. But you can use templates. If you're not a design person, you'll see here, there are some sort of set design type templates that you can choose from. And then you can still come through and customize, right? If you don't like that picture and you want this picture instead, right, you can change background images. And it's just like building out any type of document, right? So you've got text fields, you can add images, and you can also use placeholders. So like in an email where you have the squiggly line for the first name or last name, any text you want in there, signature, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. Once you have saved your certificate, you need to ensure that you publish so that it is usable, right? If you leave it in draft, it won't work. Make sure you name things, of course, because if we don't name things, what happens? A little birdie dies. So we've got to also make sure we name as we go. Issued certificates, you'll be able to come in here and see who's received certificates in the past and what they've received them for. And that's it. That's your courses and communities. So with your courses and communities, I recommend, have a think about it before you just jump in, but always think about the user experience, right? That's what's really important. How are they going to interact with it? So I spend a lot of time when I'm building a course and when I'm building a community on all devices, playing and interacting, because the way things get displayed on a phone versus a computer are very different, similar to when you're building funnel pages. You want to be able to make sure that that front-end user experience is good. Another thing I would recommend is get feedback directly from the users. What did they like? What do they wish they had? If they're getting lost in your community, then it's a navigation issue and you're not explaining your community well enough. If they're getting lost in your course, it might be because you've chosen the wrong user interface, right? If it's a bigger course, like I said, you're going to need a side menu. It just makes it so much easier for them to be able to navigate around inside that course. All right, so we have a tiny bit of time left, and I'm going to move to the next thing, which is media assets. Now, your media assets, you can see here, I've got a lot of things in here I need to get cleaned up. But in your media assets, you can add videos, GIFs, JPEGs, PNGs, PDFs, ebooks, all the file types, pretty much. Nearly all the file types can go here into your media assets. So, for example, we have an ebook called 25 Things You Should Automate in Your Business. This is the PDF for people to download. So I can just come in here and get link. And when they opt in, there is a link direct to the PDF. Also, this is an image on the on the opt-in page. So I've stored it in here. These are images that are used also on the landing pages. So I've put everything here into a stage 1 folder. Now, if you understand the customer's life cycle, you'll know what it is. You can see I need a lot of cleanup in here because people keep making folders and they're not using the correct naming conventions. Like here, testimonials, that should be a stage 7 folder, just saying. But then also inside of here, I want you to, once you create your brand kit, when you create your brand kit, it's going to allow you to add 2 logos, and that's it. Once you've done that, come to Media Assets and then find your brand, let me Command F so I don't have to read, brand board. Your brand board here is linked to the brand board you created. These 2, I just created examples like a demo like this. But once you've uploaded the 2, so we've got a square, there's the square and the long one. I've also come in here and I've added the rest of the major brand assets that I use on repeat. So even though you can only do 2 in the brand board, you can still come in and add more into this folder. And then try to stay organized. I definitely have to come through here and clean everything up because it's a bit of a mess. Time, because I'm so busy building other people's funnels. Now, the other thing you can do is if you have a Google Drive, you can connect your Google Drive here. Now, know that OmniSAM is not going to go into your Google Drive and access everything. It will only access the folders that you give it permission to, right? So, and then every so often, just like your social media, it will disconnect and you will need to reconnect it back again. It's a privacy thing. That's the reason why in the social media area, every so often, you've got to go back in and reconnect. You have to. It's what the social platforms want. They actually want you doing it in their platform, but hey, if we can batch and reoccur posts, that's why we use this. But in here, you will be able to connect your own Google Drive. That way, it's easier for you to access your resources. If you're like us, we're a big Google Drive people here, all right? There are some limitations on the size of the files that you can upload. So let's see, under help.omnisam, let's go and put in media asset file size. And then we've got email attachment limits, WhatsApp funnels, affiliates, media storage. So this is our media storage area. But when you go to upload something, it will tell you if there is, and if it's too big, and it will actually tell you what size it needs to be under. I'm just trying to kind of scan through here, but there is a limit. So look at all the different file types. There we go, 100 meg. So 100 meg file size limit, okay? But you can also upload zip files. So if you've got multiple files that you need to share with somebody, and maybe you're having problems sending them via email, right, because it's too big for email, you could also zip it up, put it in your media storage area, copy the link, and then when they click the link, it downloads the zip file. Right, so you can see lots of other documents you can put in here, PDFs, Word documents, Excel, PowerPoint, text files, all the different types of videos. Oh, AVIs, geez, that's a while ago. Audio files, so these, like if you are doing podcasts, for example, you may want to store all your podcast files in there. So I will pop this into the chat for those people who are here with us. So this is on media assets. So I'm going to put media assets, and there we go. So there's a help article on media assets. Also, I'm going to give you some help articles on courses. So we want to go to the membership tab, and you'll see there's 31 articles about memberships in here, which is also courses, because they're both built within the same platform, right? Your courses, even though they're two different areas. So I'm going to drop the link to the membership articles if you want to dig deeper into the chat as well. So wherever you're watching this stream, you will be able to also go and have a read of those too. And any other things that you want help with when it comes to OmniSAM, then you just need to head to help.omnisam.com.au. That's help.omnisam.com.au. And also, let me find share screen back here. So help.omnisam.com.au. Now, down the left hand, next week, we're going to talk about reputation management, but also how to get more Google reviews and Facebook reviews. We're going to dig right into that. But under this line, you're going to find a couple of other help areas. So if you click on no, you guys won't see tickets. Sorry, that's only us. Support desk. When you click on support desk, it's going to load here. This is where you can submit a ticket. All right. So if you've got a question and you want to go into the queue to make sure it gets answered, you can submit your ticket here. Currently, our knowledge base is being migrated from the old help.omnisam.com.au into this knowledge base, but it's a work in progress. My team and I are trying to do 3 articles each a week to bring across our entire knowledge base, but for now, you will go to help. All right. Now, also places you can get further help for OmniSAM is down here. We've moved the button too, and Eva put in a ticket because the button kept getting in the way. So we moved the chat from over here to over here. And in here, you can talk to the tech team. You can talk to somebody if you're having issues with onboarding, or if you've got a general chat. Now, this is manned almost 24/7. There is about a 3-hour window where America and us, we haven't been able to fill that gap. But other than that, it's 24, almost 24, let's say 20, 22 hours a day. So when you send a message, there'll be, look, Sarah replied to me here back when I was playing with the new widget. So we will get it back to 24 hours, but we haven't had anybody use that out of our time, right? I can actually, I'll show you in the calendar where it is. I go to calendars. Actually, I've got to go to OmniSAM. So you'll see ticket chat widget. Oh, no, not there. Not there. Why is it not showing? Well, it's supposed to be here. Let's turn them all back on again. Okay. Anyway, it was in here. I don't know why it's disappeared. Maybe it wasn't set to repeat. Yeah, it wasn't set to repeat. So you'll see there's between 9 p.m., which Jackie and I could watch because most of us are still awake, through to 1 a.m. So Sarah starts at 1 a.m. and John is in the afternoon, and then Jackie and I might have one eyeball on it each between those hours. All right, there we go. So we did spend a lot of time in courses. So before we wrap up, I'd love to come across to the VIPs. There's a few of you still hanging out in here. What's a key takeaway or a learning that you got from today? Who do we have here? Let's bring up Karen. Hello, Karen. Oh, hang on. I can't hear you, but that's probably my fault. So just bear with me one moment.
Okay.
Oh, no, I can hear you. Now, let me stop the share screen over there.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I wanted to just say, I learn something new every day, but I am so excited about those courses and just the way that it's structured and the guidance that it does have for us to build and giving us those 4 options. What we've been doing in our course creation, I can see where that's going, but absolutely love that and will be a game changer for me.
I muted myself because you're coming through on 2 channels for some reason. I'm trying to work out why. Can you just talk again for me?
Okay, I can hear.
Yeah, you're still
I can hear
through
you now.
Yeah, no, it's not you, and you're fine on your side. I'm just thinking about the people out on the live stream. They're getting a 3rd channel, which is not. Anyway, I'll just keep muting myself and figure out why. Yes, so courses, we're going to do that. And also on our GSD at the end of the month, I've already got loads of templates to speed the process up as well. So you don't get stuck, you know, trying to design things for hours. I've got some really cool templates that are ready to go and customize for everybody who joins us. So yeah, it's going to be good. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to build.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Tracy, how about you? What's been a big takeaway for you or a standout for you?
Hello, everybody. Well, for me, it's about the community. I've been busy setting up my own community, and I should just be patient and wait for your wisdom and knowledge first, because now I got to go back and rework that color coding system. Is brilliant of how you have both free and paid members, or different access levels in there. So yeah, my big lesson is just wait for Sally and do it right the first time.
Oh, well, we're going to definitely do more GSDs around communities. I think communities are awesome. I wanted to share with you, there's another client that we're finishing off a community for, and I know he won't mind if I share this because it's also good advertising for him. Bruce here, share this. So he has a website called Fiji Love. And it's where people from Fiji, like where they can, mostly the Indian community, but they're spread all over the world and they're looking for companionship and friendships. And organically, his website has been getting sign-ups literally every day. There is at least one or more sign-ups just because it's coming up and people are finding it. He's done no marketing. He's just built the website. We're now moving that into OmniSAM, but we now have a community. So we've only just started putting all of his channels down the side here, and you can see it matches his branding. But then also over here in the learning area, we're also going to add the 3 different levels of subscriptions because he has 3 levels of subscription. So if I was to go and show you what we've built for his website so far, hopefully the subscription page is on here. We've got join the community. No, so I don't think he's linked the sales page yet. Hopefully Mark has done it on here. No, still not done. So it must be in draft still. But let's go here then. So he's got these 3 different levels of access. So if you're doing a community, I think it's a really good way to have the different levels. So here are the different levels of membership and what they get. So I'm going to link this inside of the community, but each of these will allow them access to different areas. Takes you straight into a checkout where they can put in their details, choose monthly or yearly, right? And then pop in their details at the bottom to make the payment. So the Fiji Love community, I'm having a lot of fun building, and so is Mark. I think it's Mark. Yes, Mark, who's working on this with us. So you can do community for so many things then, right? So many things. Here's Go Fiji, because we haven't moved his heart one across yet. But so this is the website that we've put together for him. But this is the current website that is just getting sign-ups all the time. People come here and they sign up. And there's nothing here. There's no community. It's just like, give me your information. Thanks. Nothing. So once connected, he's actually going to have all of these different level access, and then the automation, that's where we're going to build in the community engagement, also the member access levels as well. So yeah, lots of fun things that you can do in communities. Awesome. All right. So I am going to go off now. I'm getting ready for copywriting at 11 o'clock. I will be in the copywriting room for those who are in the elite. I'll meet you over there. If you have any copywriting that you want me to review, please bring it and we can have a look through it. Otherwise, we will talk on a topic of interest and I can teach you so many things with copywriting. For somebody who does not enjoy reading, I actually really enjoy writing marketing copy. Don't ask me to do any fancy stuff, and I'm very bad at grammar. When you write for marketing, grammar goes out the window. It's all about how it visually looks as well as what it says, but not as much on, full stops and commas and all that in the right place. And you've got to write like a fifth grader for marketing. So, hey, yay, so much better for me too. So I'll be in the copywriting room at 11. Tech at 10 is still running if you wanted to head on over there. And then also we have, what else do we have? Oh, we've got AI, Productivity AI with Michelle. That is on at 1 o'clock. And then I'm out of the office from 3. I've got doctor appointments like an hour and a half drive from here. So I won't be back in the VOZ until probably when I get home tonight. I'll probably pop back in and see Jackie, even though we're only in the VOZ till 3. I do not remember the last time we actually left at 3. Anyway, guys, have a fabulous day. Tomorrow is affiliate GSD. That will be running from 8 a.m. to 12. We are going to be building some affiliate automations in your OmniSAM account, and we're going to do it together. We've got loads of resources for you. Sarah's been working awesomely on creating graphics that you can use, and then we're going to show you how to brand them for yourself. We're also going to be teaching you, providing this works, when people comment. I was hoping to have it finished before today, but I don't know if I'm going to get time. When people comment on a post in Instagram or Facebook, it does stuff, right? It will trigger a reply or it will trigger an email, right? So that is what I'm hoping to at least have set up to give you tomorrow in the affiliate training. So if you are an OmniSAM user, I recommend you head to your OmniSAM account, and this is how you register. Let me find the screen. So when you're in OmniSAM and you're on your dashboard, up the top, you will see here a link for sharing OmniSAM. Now, let me just log out because that's just logging in as me. When you click this button at the top, it's going to ask you to sign in. Okay, so you will sign in there. But if you are not an affiliate or a promoter yet, you will go here and you can create an account. It will ask you to fill in some information to become an affiliate, read the terms and conditions. Then once you are an affiliate, you will have your own link and you can get 30% for anyone who joins. And if that person shares to anyone, you get a further 10% for the person who shares under you. So our commission is really, really awesome. And we're working on some other incentives for people, such as when you have a certain amount of people who have joined, you'll get awards and prizes. So we're working on a leveling system. We're really just trying to get the content together for you first, and then we're going to look at awards and recognition. And hey, if you're up for it, click this and leave us a review, right? If you haven't yet done so, click the button and head on over and leave us a review over on Facebook. I actually need to change that button to a different place that you can choose: Trustpilot, Facebook, or Google. So if you've left a review on one of those, go find another one and leave a review there. That would be awesome. Much love. All right. Have a fabulous day. I will be here tomorrow and later and like every day pretty much. I think most days I'm in the morning and live streaming, or every day except for Mondays. Have a good one. I'll see you all in the next live. Elite, I will check you in the copywriting room. Bye for now. Where's my end screen? It's here somewhere. Outro, 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 outro. There it is.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.